So, I've got a couple questions here from the community, and I mean, you've dropped so much alpha. So, first and foremost, I want to say thanks for dropping the alpha on this live stream. It's going absolutely crazy. We got 1,042 people currently watching, so appreciate everyone showing the love. The first question I have was an earlier question from Driptopian. It really wasn't a question, but I thought it was very interesting. And here it is. He says, we need a partial claim option, one that we can claim some for airdrops and auto hydrates the balance or liberates drip to the res automatically, which is the reservoir. Will stop people selling the balance of part of claim. So is that anything that's been maybe talked about in the future, having like a partial claim, or you don't really feel there's like a big enough need for one at this time?
Okay, well, so a partial claim would be possible. It would take a restructuring of the underlying code. And I'm very careful about restructuring anything because once someone has deposited into the system, they are making a commitment for a period of time. And I think it's very important to respect this commitment and not changing the game on someone once they've already made that commitment. Now, something like this doesn't really affect the the ROI or the payout structure, so it's something we could consider. And as far as claiming to the reservoir, this is something that it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense, but the thing is, with the reservoir, that's a liquidity providing contract where you deposit B&B. It uses half that B&B to buy drip and then adds liquidity. If you were taking drip alone as a single asset and depositing it into the reservoir, then half of that drip would need to be sold for B&B in order to create that pair. So I'm not sure that model would actually create positive price action in drip because it would, it would bake in sell pressure into the system. Now, potentially, we could have a model where someone deposits B&B, and when they deposit B&B, it takes that B&B and pairs it with available drip in the reservoir, and potentially even gives a tax break for doing it. So, that's an idea. So I see a seed of an idea there that could build something cool. And I've heard suggestions for that in the past. It's just, some of these things aren't as simple as people, it sounds good to do that, but then when you think of the underlying mechanics where that would require selling half the drip anyways, and you're forcing people to sell part of that drip instead of them just compounding it, which increases their principal, increases their ROI without selling the token. You have to really give it some thought before you do something like this. But I do see the potential there. I see the potential there. So I'll give it some thought, and I appreciate the suggestion.
Yeah, and